This is the Mercedes Maybach. This is actually the reincarnation of the Maybach brand, and these happen to be the 57 models. This is actually the 57S, that is the 57. We've got a ton of Maybach models here at 66 Motors in Dubai. So this is the key of the car, regular Mercedes key, and this car is obviously based on the S-Class. And you see the size of the lights, they're absolutely staggering. Just the size of the lights makes me go berserk. You've got the Maybach logo inside as well. Now this doesn't seem like crystal clear glass somehow, but sort of plastic here. And of course you've got front parking sensors. This is the headlight washer. The fog light looks a little small in the car, kind of looks dated now compared to the newer Maybach. And the beautiful Maybach logo, the beautiful grille up front, and the size is absolutely baffling. You know why 57? The reason for calling it 57 was because the length of the car happened to be 5.7 meters. There was a 62 whose length was 6.2 meters. That's absolutely staggering. To put into perspective, the current Mercedes S-Class is around 5.3 meters. Look at the length of this vehicle, absolutely berserk. But unfortunately, the Maybach brand did not take off as expected. This was actually Mercedes' competition, or rather Mercedes' alternative to the Rolls-Royce as well as Bentley. Rolls-Royce being with BMW and Bentley being with the Audi group, rather the Volkswagen group. So this is the front tire, 275/45/20. And the dual tone paint job really looks nice. This chrome treatment runs all the way, 57S written right there. And these are the outside rear view mirrors. Again, they look kind of small. The car doesn't feel as special as, of course, the Rolls-Royce, because there are a lot of these Rolls-Royces up ahead also. I'll give you a quick glimpse of Rolls-Royce from that model year as well. Now at the rear, these tail lights, they continue all the way, and 57S is written. Dual exhaust, this chair so that I can sit and show you the underbody. No, I'm just kidding. You've got rear parking sensors, and the car looks absolutely baffling in terms of length. That is the regular 57, not the 57S, and that is one of the worst design cars ever, the Mercedes R-Class. Very awkward, coming from Mercedes-Benz, which makes cars as staggeringly beautiful as the current S-Class, the C-Class as well as the E-Class. All look really nice actually. So you've got a proper curtain behind, that's kind of cool as well. And did we check the rear tire size? Because the rear tire actually happens to be, yeah, actually same size tire I believe, yeah, 270/45/20, but the car is actually rear wheel driven, so that's kind of awkward. You've got this request sensor on all the doors. So firstly we'll open the rear door of the vehicle. Now the car is not really functioning in the best of condition, which means that, you know, the door doesn't suck inside, like soft door close probably wasn't there. Memory seats, and you can save up to 5 people settings, cooling and heating function there, and obviously the typical Mercedes affair of, you know, adjusting the seat, and power window here and there. This is a proper place to keep your stuff as well. I think this thing is going to open. No, this thing is going to open, and you've got the speakers inside here. So they are the speakers of the rear entertainment package, because screens are right there and you can turn it on and off. Meanwhile, a lot of controls here: lock, unlock the car, reading lights, SOS, and of course an ashtray along with a cigarette lighter as well. Here there are a lot of controls as well. That is the remote of the vehicle. Wait a second, this thing opens. What is happening? I don't know what happened. Okay, you can actually pull this up, and there's another armrest. So this is a lot of storage space. That is actually the refrigerator of the vehicle, and this is a complete cupboard here somehow. There's storage space here. There's storage. Okay, this is for the CD changer, and this is for the audio control. What a crazy car! I've never seen stuff like this. And there's storage space here as well. So Mercedes actually decided to make this an absolute bonkers car, and they did not falter in that sense. There is obviously the curtain, nice finishing for God knows what that is. Really soft pillow. I don't want to touch the car because it's kind of old. I don't know what is what here. But let's quickly turn around and let me sit inside. So there's good amount of legroom on offer. AC vents are really awkward in the shape. Air conditioning controls, and here you got storage space. How much storage does a person who's bought a Mercedes Maybach, close, don't disappoint me in front of camera, yeah, is buying Mercedes Maybach will need? Anyways, this is absolutely mad, okay, because obviously you've got a hook handle, but a lot of wood somehow, light placement, and this is obviously the mirror. There is me. Hello, hi, what's up? Now over here it gets a little funky because I think this is a speedometer, this is the clock, and this is the temperature meter. Why do we have all these dials here? No idea, absolutely no idea, because obviously a person who spends so much money in such a car needs to be in control of almost everything in life. Bose audio system. When you sit here, you get the feeling that there's so many controls, you're like absolutely baffled what is happening. But anyways, the dashboard looks very much like the Mercedes S-Class, that generation of the S-Class when this car was actually launched. So the door is really very long indeed, like a real long door, and we've obviously Maybach written there because you should know that you bought a Mercedes Maybach Anyways, let's get ahead. And this is a little bit disappointing. The Mercedes key should have been a little special and different. A million buttons. The switches for the power windows are just too long somehow. And this is obviously the control for the outside rear view mirror. These are memory seats, and this is to adjust the driver's seat. Storage space, like there are proper compartments here because things cannot be seen. They need to be hidden somehow. But the car has actually been used a lot, it seems. The front seats are extremely comfortable, and I can say that without even sitting, but I can feel the leather from here. I don't want to touch, but Maybach logo here. 4-spoke steering wheel, lot of wood. I don't know how much wood is there in this car. Like, honestly, there's more wood in this car than there is in my house. Now, these are the controls for the headlights. Okay, headlight washer, parking brake, electric parking brake, and dead pedal. That is actually the handbrake. Yeah, no, that is the handbrake. Is it? Yeah, that seems to be the handbrake. Now, what is this? This is the parking brake. Aren't both the same thing somehow? Anyways, look at this center console. Wood, and more wood. How does this open? This should open, right? This should open. Obviously, there has to be a cigarette lighter because if the person sitting at the rear smokes, then why can't the driver do it as well? Lot of buttons. Now, this is for comfort or sport mode, ESP off, suspension mode, lower the car, increase the ride height, and this is basically, I have no clue what that means. Neither do I know what this means. And this is to recline the rear seat headrest, I believe, and this is for the parking sensors. And oh my god, half the buttons in this car I have no clue about. The screen is a little small. It doesn't get Android Auto connectivity. It doesn't get Apple CarPlay either because in that time there was none of those features available. Now let's open the glove box, and okay, it opens in two parts, and they've just overloaded the car with so many switches. I don't know what this is, and I'm just trying to figure my way around this car. Okay, this thing is locked, I think. Absolute crazy stuff in this car. Like, too many buttons. Everywhere you go, everywhere you see, there are buttons and buttons and buttons, and half you don't even know what is this pulse and all. What is happening in this car? I have no clue whatsoever. Anyways, that center armrest I failed to open, but we'll get inside for a bit. So here is actually the cruise control lever, and on the other side, no, this is actually the cruise control lever. This seems to be a gas selector maybe. What is this? This is the wiper control. This is for the adjustment of the steering. No, actually the gas selector happens to be here. Mercedes still used to do it that way. Love the Maybach logo. It looks super cool. The instrument cluster is so dim, can't see it at all right now. But you have to actually put the key inside to turn on the car. It will not turn on other way. Guys, there you see, blinking, and it's showing me the instrument cluster, which is having a tachometer. Stuff is moving behind. I can see something is moving behind. There's some noises coming. There's the audio system which is turned on. Anyways, let's turn that off for a moment. Yeah, this is the Mercedes Maybach 57. I don't know what the 62 would be. I believe it's similar. The 62 is very much similar. The only difference in the 62 is the length and more space as well. So guys, this is a quick tour of the old Mercedes Maybach, and the reason why it never worked was it was just too complex somehow. Just too many things happening inside the car. As a person who's going to buy a luxury car, I want things to become simple in life, not complicated, and this car really complicates everything whatsoever. Okay, the wheels are different here. These are painted, so Mercedes actually played with the color a lot, and I think the car on the left seems to be slightly better condition, but that is not the Maybach 57S. That's the regular Maybach 57. But there's another 57S, and this is not the latest, pre-facelift version of the latest generation of the Mercedes Maybach, the S600. Ironically, today only I put it on Insta about this car. The wheels on the car absolutely crazy. It's a V12 motor. I believe that car also had a massive engine somehow. Yeah, it looks so much subtle, but it is easily identifiable as a Mercedes S-Class. We have another Maybach. This showroom is full of Maybachs. Crazy, isn't it? And wheels are very different here as well. But the sheer length of the car, oh my god. How to maneuver this vehicle? 57S, the car doesn't retail its resale value. So if you plan to buy one, you can easily get a steal deal on the Mercedes Maybach because it is just dropping in value, depreciating like crazy. Absolutely insane. As you can see, there's not much to differentiate. The lights look so outdated because we're so used to clear lens lights now, and this S600 obviously looks beautiful. I love the wheels on this car. The wheels have been growing in size. Look at the wheels on the Rolls Royce. Well, that is the big differentiating factor. Now what we'll do is we'll try and do a quick tour of an old Phantom maybe, so that you guys can understand why the Maybach did not work and the Phantom did, because BMW played all its cards really well. Meanwhile, there's another Maybach. How many Maybachs can we count at this dealership? I am lost. Honestly, I'm lost. Okay, this is not the 5S. Apple did not make this car, but you know, it's dropped a 7 somehow, and wheels have similar to what we've seen already. We've got a G-Wagon. There's so many G-Wagons. Oh my god, I have to show you this car for sure. Okay, this is a Brabus tuned one, I believe. The length of this car is absolute madness. Okay, V12, there is no ground clearance on offer. If you go through a speed breaker, the car will get stuck, and the suspension, I think it's fallen flat right now. There is no travel between the body and the wheels at all. It says Brabus. What does it say on the other side? It says S600. So S600 V12. What madness, what a limousine. And if you like this vlog, do give it the thumbs up. That's the like button, and also subscribe to the channel, and do let me know which amongst these is your favorite Mercedes car. My personal favorite obviously happens to be the Mercedes Maybach S600 V12, the latest generation model. And bye bye.